Abused kids, what childhood norm has continued to stick with you? My father told me not to cry. Men don't cry. I'm a 22-year-old man raised by a very traditional single dad. Among the many ideals my dad instilled in me was that crying was a sign of weakness in men. So most of the time, my dad would reprimand me if I came to him crying. It ranged from small things, like spilling juice on my pants, to being bullied at school. He said, if you're breaking down about these issues, you're never going to make it in life. I would hide my tears like an alcoholic would hide booze. Eventually, I grew up to be the strong silent type in school and in adulthood. If being emotional meant hurting myself or someone else, it seemed better to just not show them at all. Fast forward a few years. I have this girlfriend, Katie, that I've been seeing for a few months. Most girls were turned off by me being so reserved, but Katie had this talent for seeing that I wasn't just mean or cold to people. I was hurting. She treated me like a decent human, so I did my best to be a gentleman to her while still staying reserved. My dad told me it was important that a man never let his own feelings keep him from protecting and being respectful to women. About a week ago, Katie called saying her mom died in the hospital due to complications from a disease and asked me to come to the funeral. Now, I never knew what having a mom was like, so as the preacher described Katie's mom during the sermon, it sounded like everything I wished I had as a kid. Someone who was gentle and nurturing. Someone who'd understand my feelings rather than criticize them. Someone who'd let me cry on their shoulder like I'd done for Katie many times. It was overpowering. I felt the tears coming in, and Katie looked at me in surprise. By force of habit, I didn't dare let myself cry. I took a deep breath, swallowed the lump in my throat, and just gave Katie another hug. After the service, I drove Katie home. It was pretty quiet until, out of nowhere, she went off on me.